Okay, class, now that you have your technology with you, I would like for you to go to this website and you're going to open this up and you're going to input this pin. So I'll show you exactly what you're going to do. You're going to open up a tab. Oh, I forgot to paste. Copy. And then let's go back. Okay, so now see how it says game pin? You're going to go and you're going to put these numbers in there. So let's copy this. And once you input this number, you're going to hit enter, and then it's going to take you to another page. You're going to put your nickname in there. So go ahead and put your nickname. And remember, I'm playing by myself just to show you guys, but you're going to have your own on your computer and you're playing amongst each other. Okay, so let's see who wins this. And just an FYI, one of the questions is double points because it was a little bit more tricky. Okay, so let's begin. Everybody there? See, I'm already in. I have my name. So let's begin. Here we go. Remember, Raisin in the Sun. Our first question. Who is Lorraine Hansberry, everybody? There you go. You all should be getting this correct. You see the author of The American Dream, the author of Warriors Don't Cry, the author of A Raisin in the Sun, or the author of Broadway. Oh my Lanta, I just realized something. Well, kids, you're going to get this one for free because I kind of gave you the answer on this one. That's my bad. I put this is the wrong answer, so I think you guys all saw that. So you all get a good point. So on to the next question. Here we go. Who gave us the right to the American dream? The U.S. Constitution, the President of the United States, our parents, or the current government? Now, go ahead and put your answers in. Let's see what we get. Now, I know you all just came from history class, so you all should know this one. Very good. All of you guys got this right. Okay, moving on. Which characters are important in a play? Are the main characters important? The protagonist is the only important one? Is the protagonist and the antagonist important? Or are all the characters important? Go ahead, put your answers in and lock them in, folks. Very good. Okay, let's move on. Okay, everybody, what is a playwright? You all should be getting this one too. Someone who acts in a play, someone who is a player, someone who writes plays, or someone who narrates plays. Think about this, folks. Here we go. It's almost time. Very good. I see some of you got that correct and some of you didn't. That's okay. You have to remember a playwright is someone who is writing a play. They are considered the author of that play. But very good, everybody. Let's move on. Okay. Who are the youngers? Benitha, Mama, Travis, Ruth, and Walter Lee? Or Benitha, Travel, Ruth, Willie, and Mama? Travis, Rhett, William, Mama, and Benitha? Or Benetha, Mama Lena, Travis, Ruth, and Wally? I know this one was difficult because we had a lot of W names. We have Walter, and his dad was a Walter, and he's Walter Jr. He had his friend Willie. So I understand a few of you got this incorrect, but just remember, it is everyone that's in the main characters. So it's going to be the mom, her son, her daughter, the son's wife, and the son's son, I guess. So let's move on, folks. You did very well. You guys are doing great. And this is fun. In Act 1, Scene 1, it is revealed that they are receiving what in the mail? What is it that they're getting in the mail? Come on, we remember that. Wasn't they were all anxious for that mail to come in? Everybody talked about it. Mama did. Walter did. Travis even did. That's right, everybody. You all got that right. A check. Okay, let's go on. Guys, doing good. What is the setting of A Raisin in the Sun? Now remember, we were talking about this in Chicago. There's certain areas in Chicago that are considered more of a poverty area and low income, lesser than the median. Let's just say it that way. So remember, was it north, east, south? Very good, guys. You guys, I'm impressed you remembered that. Very good. Okay, we're almost done. Got a few more. Who is Asagai? Now read this. Make sure and go through this. They sound very familiar, but they're different. I'm going to let you read this on your own, okay, everybody? I have faith in all of you. You guys will get this. Just read thoroughly. Very good, everybody. Okay, let's move on. We're almost done. Hang in there, guys. How old is Benita? This is the double point question. This was only talked about for it was one sentence in the very beginning almost. Do you remember? If you guys are behind, this is going to help you catch up. Double points. I know they're all very close together in age. Look at that. 19, 20, 21, 22. You guys can do it. Woo, very good. About 3/4 of you got that. I'm impressed. Yay, everybody. Okay, come on, hang in there. What does Asagai give to Benita as a gift? Remember? What was it? What was it? Come on, I know you know this. Nigerian robes from Nigeria, Nigerian robes from Canada, African style headwear, African American robes. Think. What is it? Very good. Oh, guys, you guys are doing great. I'm happy. Okay, this is different. What are the 5 elements of a play? We've been discussing this time. I know we've just been it's just the beginning, but we're getting there. Come on. This is it. Do it. I have faith in you. Come on. There's 5 of them. It's hard. You can do it. Just read them through. Very good. About 80% of you got this. Now remember, we have a theme. That's the main center of what the story is about. We have the plot. That's the whole story in what itself. We've got the characters. These are the people that are involved in putting this all together. We've got the dialogue. Ooh, I think I spelt that wrong too. My bad. I'm sorry. This is what they're saying to each other that has meaning, that has symbolism. And then we have the setting. Where is this taking place? Because it gives you a different perception of where they're at. So I applaud all of you. Very good, guys. Very good. Yay. I know it says I won, but I'm looking at the other board. And Sean, you did great. McKaylee, you did awesome. Zena, great. But you know what? All of you guys, let's give you a round of applause. Okay, let's move on, folks. Okay, class, we just finished the Kahoot. You guys did really well. So now we're going to move on to themes because our group assignment is going to involve one of the themes of the play. And I kind of want to make sure that you guys all understand the different themes of the play and the different aspects of it. So I want you to go into your Chromebooks and go to Quizlet and get your notes, please. The ones that I sent you last night, you should have already gone over them, but I just want to make sure that you guys comprehend this. So we're going to go through it as a class. And then afterwards, I'm going to have you break up into groups in your area. And then you guys are going to do your assignment in class, okay? So you guys all set? Okay, well, let's get started, okay? So the first theme that we have talks about the purpose of a dream. Now, remember, purpose of the dream. The story involves dreams. Remember, everyone in the family has their own dream, and they're struggling. They're struggling in their lives to get to their dream. In fact, it's called their struggle to deal with the oppressive circumstances that rule their lives. So, what I want to know from you all is, what are some of those oppressive circumstances that this family is enduring? Okay, think about it. If you know, okay, go ahead. Yes, they are domestics, that they are maids and nannies, and they do housekeeping. So, yes, that's correct. Okay, another one. Yes, the grandma is still working, but she's going to be retiring, remember? But yeah, the grandma is still working. Anybody else? Yeah, go in the back. Yes, that's right. Travis wanted 50 cents. Do you remember why he wanted 50 cents? Yes, it was so he can get a book at school. Very good. Okay, anybody else? Anybody? Okay, give me one. Yes, Benita wants to become a doctor, and it's hard where she is. Why is it hard where she is? Yes, because she does live in a poverty in strict environment. What does that mean? What are you trying? She lives in a low income area. That's correct. And that means that they don't make a lot of money. Very good. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, okay, guys? Because I know you guys have this one. So the next theme that we have is racial discrimination. Now, remember, Mr. Linder, I know you all remember Mr. Linder. What happened? He makes them an important proposition, and it's something that the family cannot avoid. How does the younger family respond to this discrimination? Okay, first of all, what happened? What did Mr. Linder do, folks? I want to know. Yes, he came over to their house. It's their new house, correct? Yes. What happened? He was going to give them money. Why did he want to give them money? That's right. The neighbors didn't like them there and they were trying to get rid of them. Now, what does that mean? That does mean they're being discriminated. Why are they being discriminated? Because they're black, and this neighborhood is, that's correct, it's an all-white neighborhood. Okay, very good, guys. The next thing we're going to talk about is family. Now, this seems to be the central part of this book, okay? So pay close attention. The younger struggle socially and economically. Mama believes in family, and the children learn a lesson about family at the end of the play. What happens at the end of the play, and what is this lesson that they learn? Yes, they do get to move into their home. Yeah, it sounds like Benitha is going to continue to become a doctor. That does sound like it could happen, yes. What else? Okay, I want to know, what is the lesson that they learned? Why did they learn a lesson? What happened? What did Mama want? Mama wanted a house. That is right. Why does she want a house? That's right. She wanted a house so her family can feel stable, that they don't have to pay rent, that they don't owe anybody. It's their own. Very good, guys. Very good. You guys are getting the concept of this. I'm happy. Let's move on to the next one, okay? We're going to talk about a symbol right now. We're going to talk about Mama's plant. Now, remember Mama's plant? That's right. She had a little plant, and she was trying to take care of it. Why was she trying to take care of it? It wasn't getting any sun. That's right. So what did she do with this plant? Go ahead. Cindy? Yes, she wanted to take it with her to the new house. That's correct. So what do you see this as a symbol of Mama? That you know that she has this plant that wasn't doing well. She's nurturing this plant. She's taking it everywhere, and she wants to provide. So what does that say? Mama's plant? That's right. Mama's plant could be a part of her dream of what she wants for her children, which is what? She wants to have them all in the same home. That's right. Okay, you guys, let's see. Mama's plant represents both Mama's care and nurturing of her dreams. That's correct. For her family. Her persistence and dedication to the plant fosters her hope that her dream may come true. So see, her dream was the house. That's right. And it was coming true. Now we just needed to make sure that all the others, that they're going to pursue their dreams. Very good. Yes. Okay. Now we're getting close to the end, guys. Almost there. Okay. We're almost there. Now, remember at the beginning when Ruth was talking to Walter and she was telling him to eat his eggs? That was some symbol. That was a symbol. It's symbol. That was Ruth in the beginning of the play. I just said that. Okay. This is something that Walter says. I don't know if you remember this, but Walter said, every time a man gets excited about something, the woman says, eat your eggs to keep him quiet. Walter believes that by saying that Ruth is keeping him from achieving his dreams. Now, do you think that's true? And if so, give me your reasons either way. Yes or no. Do you think that's true? Yes. Do you think that's no? False. Okay, you go. Aaron? You think it's true? Why? Because he drinks. That's right. He does drink. So does that mean he can't dream? No, but you're correct. It's the people that he's associating with, and they're not trustworthy. So then you feel it does make sense that Ruth would try to hold him back. Okay, so now let's have the other perspective. Who feels that she is holding him back, or that she isn't holding him back? Okay. Somebody? Okay, go in the back. I see you. You want to say something? Tell me. Okay. Yes. Ruth is living with them. Yeah, she's going to have another baby. She does want to live in a bigger place. So that's why you feel she is holding him back. Oh, kind of for the same reason, because of the fact that he's a drinker and she can't trust that. That's correct. So see, it does make sense. I mean, it's yes or no. It's how you perceive it. It's how she perceives it. And nonetheless, he does have his dream. He may be getting it. He may be achieving it the wrong way, but what do you think is happening? That's right. He's learning a lesson. He's growing. He's understanding. Okay, very good, guys. Okay, we're almost done. Beneatha's hair. Talk to me about Beneatha's hair. Yes, she cut it off. Why did she cut it off? She cut it off because she felt like she was assimilating to others. Okay, what do you mean by assimilating? Yeah, she was trying to be like all the other girls that she went to school with. She did not want to stick out. Very good. Okay, and do you feel that it was okay for Beneatha to cut her hair? You all think so? Why? That's because, yeah, she's finding herself. She is trying to find her identity because she has lived in this world and she just felt like she was not herself. She was acting like somebody else. So this was her way of saying, I'm accepting me for who I am and I'm going to find out about me. And it's okay. So, okay, guys, that was good. Okay. Now, do you remember the title of this book? Yes, A Raisin in the Sun. Now, do you know why it's called Raisin in the Sun? Okay. Now, I'm going to read to you what it says here, okay? And then we're going to talk more about it. A Raisin in the Sun is essentially about dreams. As the main characters struggle to deal with the oppressive circumstances that rule their lives. Remember, we just talked about that. The title of the play references a conjecture that Langston Hughes famously posed in a poem he wrote about dreams that were forgotten or put off. So, now, do you remember when we first started reading this play? There was a poem at the very beginning, and I told you all to read it because it was going to come back. This is where it's coming back. It's how it's got its name, A a raisin in the sun. And this poem is talking about, are you putting off your dreams? And if you are, what happens to a raisin in the sun? It just shrivels up and dies. So that's right. You're saying your dream is going to shrivel up and die, and you don't want that. So very good. I wanted to make sure that you guys can understand the title, The Raisin in the Sun, and where it came from. You guys, what was the author of that poem? Hughes. What was his first name? Langston Hughes. Very good, guys. That's where it came from. Okay. Now let's go to is that our last one? We're going to talk about pride. And that was one of the themes, was pride. Because remember how Walter Jr. was acting? Now, why was he acting that way? He felt like he should have been the head of the household. That's correct. Okay. Before we move on, I just want to let you know what it says in here. It is better for the theme of pride. It is better to fight with dignity than surrender in shame. Now, we're just talking about Walter. How does this, what I just said, relate to Walter? It is better to fight with dignity than surrender in shame. Remember Mr. Linden? What happened? That's right. He was going to tell Mr. Linden, and he was going to what? Yeah, that's right. Basically submit to him. And he was going to be doing it honestly, sarcastically, humbly. That's right. He's going to do it sarcastically. But what did that do to his family when he was showing and telling them what he wanted to do and how he was going to act with Mr. Langston? Yeah, they felt disgusted. They felt horrible. Yeah, they felt like they weren't loved. That's correct. I mean, all of those are perfectly good reasons. Because remember, what does Walter want? He wants to be able to provide for his family. That's right. So, is he going to be able to do it the way he wanted to? No. That's right. So what did he do instead? That's right. He told them the truth of what they wanted. They were there to pursue their dreams, and they were going to live their lives. That's right. And he was not going to take the money. Nope. Very good. God, you guys are on it, man. You guys are going to do great on this assignment. You guys are. Okay, last one. I'm sorry. I had a burp. Oh, that was the last one, everybody. Okay, so now I want you all to close your computers for now, okay? And I want someone to come up here, and I'm going to have a handout for you guys, okay? And get into groups of, how many are there? You know what? You guys can do groups of 4. Just get your tables together, okay? And you guys can't pick who you want to be, and it's not going to be random. You guys have been sitting next to each other. I want you guys to be in groups. So you top 4 right there, you top 4, you over there. See how I'm doing this? Yeah, there you go. Those are your groups. So turn your tables around, okay? We'll get right back to you. I'll be right back. Okay, so now that everyone has their paper, their handouts, we're going to go through it, okay, before we start this assignment, because I want to make sure you guys understand this and comprehend what's going on. So I'm going to have it up on the smartboard, so go ahead and take a look up on the smartboard if you want to, or you can go ahead and take a look at your own papers, okay? But the first paper I gave you is called Reviewing the Themes from A Raisin in the Sun. So again, it goes over the themes that we just went through, the prejudice, stereotyping, the dreams, the conflict, the family. And then it has on the bottom, understanding the themes, like don't sell out, the strength of family, the problem of conflicting expectations, love and trust prevail over deceit and selfishness, and stereotyping and prejudice. So, and I even put like a little passage on there. So if you did want to go back into the play, I put the line numbers there so you can look it up and just take a look. But again, everything is up here. It's on you have it, and you can just take a look at it up on the screen. And that's the first page I'm giving you. Then the second page consists of your assignment, okay? So what your assignment consists of, folks, you're going to be learning about family conflict. Yay! You guys know family conflict. You've had fights with your siblings, an argument with your mom and dad, maybe even an uncle that you see that your mom and dad gets mad at their siblings, and we all have family conflict. So what we're doing is understanding the family conflict and the theme in A Raisin in the Sun. So we've been discussing themes. So now it's all in our head about themes, about family conflict. So here is our objective. Kind of talking fast because I'm getting excited because I really want you guys to do well. And I know you guys are going to love this assignment. So here it goes. Our objective is to empathize with the central idea of family conflict in our reading of The Raisin in the Sun by defending and justifying the use of inheritance money in a collaborative discussion. So what does that mean? You guys are in your groups because you guys are going to be a family, and you guys just inherited $100,000 from a close family member. So you can all be siblings and think it was your folks. You could be, you can divide each other up like how they did in the play, but you're all related. It all involves you. You know the person who passed. You know where the money is coming from and how it came about. And you guys are going to have to discuss what you're going to do with the money. But you guys can't just pick what you want. No, this is an assignment. That's why I got this for you. Okay? So let's take a look at it. We're going to go through it together. Okay? So, like I just said, your group is a family. Imagine you inherited $100,000 suddenly and unexpectedly. What would you do with it? So, this is what I have for you. Examine each of your choices carefully. The parenthetical, that means parentheses, everything that's in parentheses. Comments are extra information for the student that defend that choice. So if you look down below, your choices are going to be down here. And the things that are said inside the parentheses, that is kind of just extra information for you. Okay. Each member chooses an option to defend or argue for. You must each have a different choice, okay? You all cannot agree on the same thing. You're yes, you're no, you're yes, you're no. You want this, you want that, you want this, you want that. It's all different, everybody. Not everyone's going to be the same. Okay, write down all, okay. Where did I leave off? You must each, prepare a list of pros and cons for your choice. Very good idea. One side pro, one side con. Discuss and write down all of the advantages of each of the choices. And then you're going to do this again. You're going to get another sheet of paper, have pros on one side and cons on the other, because you're going to discuss and write down all of the disadvantages of each of the choices, okay? Now, decide which option is the best use of the money. You're going to have 4 choices. I'm not going to go through them just yet because I'm still explaining the details. Decide which option, and then explain why you chose and did not choose each other's option. So you're going to have your pros and cons list, but you're also going to have your each other's list of why yes and why no. So be ready to explain that. So you can easily just make another sheet of paper and just write their comments, yes and no and why. You guys understand that? Explain why you chose or did not choose each option. So there's 4 options. There's 4 of you. That means there's going to be how many options for each of them? 4 options for each of them. Yes, pros and cons. So be prepared, listen, and it's up on the board, and it's right here. And if you guys need help, you can raise your hand and I'll come help you. Okay? And then let's see. explain why, and then I want you to rank them 1 through 5. I'm sorry, I thought there was only 4. 1 through 5. Which one was the best? Which one was the second best, third best, and your final, okay? And then be able to explain each of the choices. And you'll be able to do that because you're going to have your list. So are you guys ready? Okay, because now I'm going to give you some more information. Because here are your choices. Dun, 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 dun. Or maybe I should just have you read them on your own. What do you think, guys? Oh, okay, I'll read them. Okay, choice 1. Invest the money in a collectible store with a friend. That sounds nice. You see those around in Orange. They have collectibles over there. They have antique stores. I've seen some in Fullerton. But, it says something in parentheses. The rest of the family thinks the friend is lazy and shifty. You think that you will be in charge? Something to think about, huh? Okay, here's the next one, number 2. Put a down payment on a house far away from the area in which you grew up in. And then in parentheses, it's not a big house, but it'll be yours. No renting or giving money to someone else. Kind of like, yes, the Youngers. Very good. Okay, third thing, go to college. Too many of the members of the group, this appears to be the only benefits to you. You feel that with the education, you'll be able to get a better job and help everybody. So right there, kind of only benefits you, not everybody else. Because what if you don't get a good job? What if it takes a long time? These are things to think about. Buy a new car. Number 4. You know that buying a car, it will make everyone in the group feel better about himself or herself. I'm going to leave that up to you guys to think about that. Just think about that, okay? A new car. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. So anyway, the last and final one. Put the money away and save it. You're making ends meet right now. Why not let it gain some interest and maybe turn it into $170,000 in 10 years? Just put it in the bank. So those are your options, everybody. And here I have one final bonus question, okay? This is in case you have time, extra time. What would your group agree to spend $100,000 on? If it didn't have to be this, what would it be and why? Okay? It has to be everybody has to agree. It has to be like, yeah, I agree. I like that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Go at it. And if you have any questions, you just let me know. Okay? Okay, so everybody, I've had a couple good questions, so I just wanted to share with you. One of the students asked, they wanted to know about cars and if they become valuable. When you purchase a car, it has a value, okay? But then as soon as you drive it off the lot, it depreciates. It does not grow in value. Not like a home, not like savings. This is more because this is something that kind of like technology. You know how you have a phone and it lasts for so long because new technology comes out? Same thing with a car. Cars are always becoming better, bigger, better, cheaper, more efficient, so they depreciate. So in case anybody was wondering, cars do not keep their value. Unless you're thinking about like an older car, but even that, you kind of, it's a buyer's market, basically. Not everybody wants it. So it's only depending upon who wants it. Okay. So I hope that kind of helps some of you guys. And to let you know, I forgot to tell you this assignment's for 45 minutes. So you guys have like about 35 minutes left. But so far you guys are doing great. I mean, I'm impressed with some of the things that I'm seeing. You guys are talking amongst each other. I've seen a little conflict, but I saw, some resolution. Some people are going back to the play and actually looking at things. So very good, guys. Again, if you have any questions, just let me know. And when you guys are all done, just raise your hand so then that way I can take your paper, okay? And when you're finished, if you do finish, like I said, go back, do the bonus question, okay? And then once you're done with that, I would like for you to go back to that poem. Remember that poem at the very beginning about the raisin in the sun? I want you to go back to that poem, and I want you to read it, and I want you to give me an example of how that relates to people now, okay? And this will be extra credit. So, but yeah, if you need any help, just let me know. I'll be around. I'm going to be looking around, seeing how you guys are all doing. And I do want to stress one thing. Remember, this money is coming at a loss of losing somebody, okay? This isn't lottery money. This is like our grandma just died. Your husband just died, okay? So remember that. Keep that in mind. And let me see. Just write everything out. Keep your notes. Keep your pros and cons. Keep your against and fors, for each person, because that's going to help you remember because you're writing it out. And does just one person have to write it out? No, I want you all to write it out. One person's going to turn in a paper and it's going to be handed it's going to have all your names on it. But I all want you to write everything out, okay? Because there is a reason for this madness. By writing, it helps you remember, okay? So everybody, go back and finish doing a great job. Okay, guys, you guys did a great job. Put your desks back now. And I'm just going to go through some of these that I got because I had some really good ones, okay? Wow, the majority of you guys said you would either put a down payment on a house or you would put the money in savings. So, but some of you had some really good reasons why you would do some things. Jeremy, go ahead and tell me yours. Yes, that's right. If you do put savings, if you put money into like a money market or you're putting it in savings, there is a chance that you may lose the value of the money. Like for instance, the recession. For instance, since we're going through this pandemic, we've had a little bit of a recession. So I know people have been looking at their 401ks and checking it out and seeing that the money has been going down. But once our economy starts going back up, it will fluctuate. It usually goes like this. So that's what usually happens. But that was a very good reason. I loved that because you guys really thought outside the box, And then another one was, someone did not want to buy a house because they felt that they may not be able to pay the taxes at every year. And I thought that was great thinking because why did you say that? Yeah, houses aren't cheap here, not in California. So if this is taking place in California, you're correct. Houses are a lot of money. At least, okay, I'm probably going to just guess and say like a 3-bedroom home is probably about $650,000 at least. And if there's taxes at the end of the year, it's about 10%. So that's almost like, at least $6,000. So yes, that is a lot of money. So it's hard, especially if they are of lower income or not making enough money or, not working and they're going to school. How are you going to pay that? So that is very valid reason. So that was very good. You guys were thinking outside the box. I was very impressed. Somebody did mention that they would buy Teslas, but I reminded them that Teslas are $100,000 each, so they can only buy one. So they changed their mind. So, but you guys did very great. I'm glad to see you guys thinking about this. I was happy to see you talk amongst yourselves about this because that's what all of this is about, is just talking with one another. If we are able to talk with one another and have differences and still get past it, then we're able to become better humans, better for our community, better for our state, better for our families. So that means we're not getting our emotions into it. We're putting it in, we're telling what it feels. We're not even saying what it feels like. It's just what it is. So we've taken in a lot, I know, but you guys have done really great. Let me see. We've gone over themes today. We've analyzed. We have collaborated. We even read together. So, and you've written stuff. So this has been a very successful class today. So I want to, you guys need to all applaud each other. You guys did very well. And you know what? Since you guys did great, you guys can, I'll let you leave 5 minutes ahead of schedule, but you guys have to stay in the area because there's still other classes that are in session. Okay? Remember, this is your reward. You guys did well. Okay? So see you tomorrow, everybody. Bye.